Mortal Kombat 12 could be in big danger, because there's a growing trend in fighting games that players hate, but even so the developers keep on throwing it in. In fact, even games that haven't been released yet, like Street Fighter 6, already have this new mechanic. In a way, it's almost like adding an easy mode to Dark Souls, which fans have begged to never happen, because even though it doesn't affect the hardcore veteran players, it ruins the essence of the game, having to learn it and get better and improve your skill. And it's the same for fighting game fans. We have been begging developers to not keep adding this mechanic, but even so, developers add it in every single sequel. I literally can't think of a single modern fighting game that doesn't have this easy mode added to it, which means the next NetherRealm game will likely have it too, if this trend continues and if the rumors are true. But before I jump into it, here's a quick word from today's sponsor. Want amazing deals on software like Windows and Microsoft Office? Well then Royal CD Keys has you covered. Their site offers a ton of deals on software for a very low price, which is a great alternative to pirating, because when you pirate software you get the wrong updates or it runs too slow and isn't compatible with your device, all that annoying stuff, which is why Royal CD Keys is a much better option. Just don't forget to use my code TrueUnderdog for 10% off every purchase. Within minutes, Royal CD Keys emailed me the download link and the license key. Getting your hands on amazing software is easy and safe with Royal CD Keys, and I can't recommend them enough. Alright, today's video is a controlled rant about auto combos, the easy mode of fighting games. I play a lot of fighting games, you probably know that by my channel, but I play almost all of them, especially if they came out after my channel was created. So my first experience with auto combos was in Persona 4 Arena. You would just mash one button and it would do like a couple of normals, then a special, and then even cancel into super if you had the meter. And it wasn't a crazy combo, especially for an anime fighter, but it did okay damage. So if the opponent landed a lucky cross-up, they would just get a full combo. Or if you're personally trying to actually learn the game and get better at it, you had to deal with button mashers every time you went online, at least for the first couple of weeks. Which I won't lie, it gets old really quick seeing the same combos over and over again, because you know your opponent is just vehemently mashing square on their controller. However, here's the thing, I'm actually giving this game a pass because it's a spin-off from the main series. You see, normally the Persona series is a turn-based Japanese RPG and not a fighting game. And the developers know that. They realize that most of their player base is going to be from that series and not fighting games. And as a result, adding auto combos is a good idea to make sure that every type of player can enjoy the game. Not just fighting game players, but also your core fan base, which isn't used to the fighting game genre. And then on top of that, Persona 4 Arena is very story intensive, and they want to ensure that players can finish the story without getting stuck on a really tough AI. So when you take in all those factors, adding auto combos to a game like Persona 4 Arena does kind of make sense. And even though it did get annoying at the casual level, nobody used it past that. If you were a decent player or a great player, you never touched the auto combos in Persona. So thankfully, auto combos didn't have a huge impact on Persona 4 Arena. Overall, it didn't do much harm. So that one time I gave auto combos a pass, but I was also praying they would die off like the dinosaurs and that no developer would copy this idea. And I was wrong. Once again, nearly every modern fighting game has an auto combo of some kind, and a really big offender to me personally was King of Fighters 14. Witnessing auto combos being added to that game really did offend me, because King of Fighters is famous for its skill requirement. And thankfully all of that is still in King of Fighters 14. It still does have tricky inputs, it still has some long and complex combos that are fun to master. But then right there in the middle, mixed in, are the annoying auto combos, and this game does have cross-ups. It has rolls even that switch sides, so your opponent can dodge you and then just mash buttons and get a full combo into super. And once again, the damage isn't crazy, around 20 or 25% if they have one bar, but it's still annoying for the opponent to land a lucky cross-up or a lucky whiff punish and just get a full combo by mashing one button. Even though everything else I love about King of Fighters is there's this one crappy element just thrown in there and I hate it. It's almost like going to a buffet that has all your favorite food, but then every now and then you're forced to look at this one food item that you can't stand. You just hate it. And even though you aren't forced to eat it, you still have to look at it every now and then, and it smells kind of funny, and it's kind of ruining your overall restaurant experience. That to me is what it felt like to see auto combos in King of Fighters 14. And guess what? It got worse, because the sequel, King of Fighters 15, also has auto combos, but they made them even more intuitive and better overall. In the previous game, you could only combo into your weaker super, but in 15, you can combo into your level 3 super by just mashing one button. And if you do that, the damage goes up. It's between 30 and 50% damage. Yeah, for mashing mashing one button. Once again, one lucky cross up, one lucky whiff punish, and they just mash one button and steal your health. And I know some people watching might be thinking, well, it's not enough to overcome the skill gap, right? If you're fighting somebody better than you, auto combos aren't going to help you win. And for the most part, you'd be correct, but have you considered this? What if two players of equal skill are fighting and then one of them just decides to mash auto combo to win the match? Because I did exactly that to prove a point to myself. My opponent was just as good as me. In fact, they may have been a little bit better than me, but guess what? I rolled through their attack and then got a lucky whiff punish, and then I mashed that square button to victory, taking about 40% of their health and winning the entire set. That was the final match of the best of 3, and I spammed one button to win it. So in summary, are auto combos enough for a beginner to defeat a veteran player? No, absolutely not. But if the players are at a similar skill level, then yeah, auto combos become a feasible option to win. And the thing is, you don't have to combo into super. Instead, you can press a different button and your character will do a special move instead. And for some characters, that extends your combo for free, which means some characters have the easiest punish in the game. They can block something and then just mash their fastest button and then press a different button and get a special and then just keep their combo going from there. Which is concerning because not only does it make auto combos more viable, but it also makes the game more unbalanced, especially at a casual level. If you invite friends over who have never played fighting games and they both pick a different character, one character's auto combo might be better than the other character's auto combo. And that has me scratching my head, because why invent a mechanic that helps beginners only to make one beginner have an edge over a different beginner just because they picked a different character? In summary, King of Fighters 15 has the most useful and effective auto combos I've ever seen, and it's making me even more concerned. However, let's go back a couple of years and talk about Dragon Ball FighterZ, because in this game, some characters' auto combos are so good that you literally can't ignore them. Even at the highest level of play, I'm talking a tournament where one pro player is fighting a different pro player, you will see them use auto combos to some extent. And that's because a lot of characters have optimal combos that require you to use the auto combo, and it's not the easiest thing to do. It does require skill to pull off effectively, but my point is, you can't even ignore auto combos in this game, which is not true for every other game I can think of. If I play King of Fighters 15, I can go the whole game without ever using an auto combo if I want to, and it won't affect my gameplay. And the same is true for Dead or Alive 6. I forgot to mention that game, but it has auto combos too. You can mash one button and get a full combo into super, but you don't have to do it. And that's also true for Persona 4 Arena and pretty much every other fighting game I can think of. You don't have to use the auto combos, but for Dragon Ball FighterZ, with a lot of characters, you absolutely do. You can't ignore them. And that's the craziest part to me. In fact, some characters' auto combos were so good that they were also used in the neutral, not just during combos. Characters like Bardock. That character was broken in so many ways, especially when he first released, but here's the thing, his auto combo was one of those busted things. If you mashed the square button, you had an auto combo that could not only hit the opponent from outer space, but also suck them in like a galactic vacuum cleaner all the way back down to the floor to keep your combo going, which is why, once again, at most levels of play, you would see Bardock players just mashing the square button in neutral. And I don't think Bardock was the only character who had an auto combo like this, but he's the one that comes to my memory first. And now finally, I suppose it's time to talk about Street Fighter 6, because the way they're handling auto combos is a bit interesting, because in that game, you can only use the auto combos if you switch your gameplay style. There are two different controller layouts, the normal style that every Street Fighter player is used to and has been the same in pretty much every game, or you can choose the simple method. And in that method, the special moves also get easier too. You just hold the direction and press a button, but the thing is, you don't get access to every special move depending on your character. And then on top of that, some of your normals are also gone too. You can't do all 6 different normal attacks. Instead of having light kick, medium kick, and heavy kick, and then the same thing for the punches, light punch, medium punch, heavy punch, you only have a light attack, a medium attack, and a heavy attack. That's it. The game doesn't let you pick which one you want to do, which means your options are limited. Sure, your special moves might be easier to do, and you have an auto combo. However, your opponent has access to every single attack and every special move. Or in other words, there are pros and cons to both methods, and I find that interesting. If you want your auto combo, there's gonna be a catch. If you don't want to worry about special move inputs, that's fine too, but once again, there's a catch to make things more fair and balanced. Even though I hate seeing auto combos in Street Fighter because it means that pretty much every fighting game is going to have them now, I do think the way they're going about it in Street Fighter 6 is very interesting and could be a good example for other fighting game developers going forward to follow. Let me know in the comments how you would deal with auto combos. Let's say you're a developer and you have to put auto combos in there. The producers won't let you not include them. So how do you keep them fair and balanced? And also let me know your thoughts on auto combos in general. Do you hate them? Do you love them? Do you not care about them whatsoever? Let me know. For me personally, I think Tekken 7 did a good job handling auto combos because they're only possible in story mode and other select single player modes, which means if you're new to fighting games, or maybe you're just there for the story, then you can still use the auto combos and it's not going to hurt anybody else. else. If auto combos really are here to stay and they're gonna be in the next NetherRealm game, then that's how I want them to be handled. I want to see them in single player modes and story mode, and that's it. I really don't want to see them in competitive play unless there's some filter to turn them off for online play, so I never get matched with them. Because for me personally, auto combos do tarnish the essence of fighting games, kind of like adding an easy mode to Dark Souls. To me, the entire point of a fighting game is having to get better at the inputs, having to learn the combos and master the footsies, all that stuff, having to get better at the game to enjoy it and have more fun. I love that as I play the game and my skill improves, so does my enjoyment and fun for the game as well. I really do hope you enjoyed my rant. If so, please leave a like down below. It really does help my channel out a ton, and then while you're down there, keep that combo going by subscribing and ringing that bell. That way you never miss a future video. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.